allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind. Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làwọn tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara.
You can take your time to share this broadcast as you are joining, so as to, that's how we get started.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you so much. Heaven will not fall if another Fulani succeed Boko Haram in 2023. Northern Elders Forum said that.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun diary.
Share the broadcast. Share it with your friends. Tell them Maiyegun is live. Good evening.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Thank you.
Lórí YouTube.
So we do this. Some people don't really like this. Maiyegun go into it. Maiyegun starts a beg, all this delay. You are wasting my data. You better tell yourself the truth that it is not that data. it's because you can't wait. But if you're a regular on Maiyegun's Diary Political, this is us waiting for everybody to get seated for the service. Share the broadcast.
And yes, right. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. And yes, right. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. And yes, right. Lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú. And yes, right. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnragì. And yes, right.
We will lead Nigeria the way we have led Nigeria before. Whether we are president or vice president or whatever, we will lead Nigeria. Not because we are better than anybody else, but because if you are doing a democratic game, the votes say vote who you want. We have the majority of the votes. Why do we need to accept a second-class position when we can fight for and get a first-class position? Why? Why does anybody need to threaten us and cajole us and intimidate us? If you don't bring the presidency here, you will see. Okay, let's see. We are willing to see. But when we get that power, in the name of God, be humble, because power comes from God. If they tell you the North must play second fiddle, say no. But in what game? Please, sir, what are the rules of this game? If the rules of the game say you should vote for the candidate of your choice, vote for the candidate of your choice. If they don't like the fact that it may be a Northerner who will emerge as president, too bad. If we want to support a Southerner, we will support a Southerner because that will be in our own interest rather than in somebody's interest. And we can decide for ourselves. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do.
I bet that's exactly how some of the Lagos Abobakus, the Tifnumbus Hallelujah boys, I bet that's how some of them are going to feel when the reality hits them like an earthquake. 2023 is a mirage. Some people are going to be like, Maiyegun, because some of you get chill. We know that this whole thing about 2023, especially if you are from southern Nigeria, if you believe in 2023, that at least Boko Haram's era will come to an end. Maybe, just maybe, another sympathetic southerner may indeed help your case, save you, bring you back from the ruins of Boko Haram. Trust me, every time I know the end of what this is going to be for some of you, the disappointment, this is exactly what my soul feels like when that year 2023 finally come close. They are not stupid. You see, what you are seeing right now in Nigeria, especially from those who have been grandstanding when it comes to, number one, the failure of Boko Haram as a northerner, the gamble that they all agreed to set up their region on fire, and they gambled on lifeless Maiyegun, the retired Megad, who is more, they use eccentric. I don't know which we should use eccentric for him, but somebody they called inflexible. They gambled on him. They lost. They paid with the blood of innocent people, dear people, especially in northern Nigeria and the middle belt of Nigeria. Now that they have gambled, they want to remind the rest of you that they still have that power to control Nigeria and control who becomes the president or not. Because number one, you see this 8 years, as much as the 8 years is complete, it's like 40 years loss for Nigeria. It is pretty much like 80 years loss for the entire northern Nigeria. So you see those guys who always grandstand every now and then, they group themselves, position themselves, gave themselves different titles, then glamorize those titles with the media presence every now and then. Northern Elders Forum, Arewa Consultative Forum, Northern Youth Consultative Forum. They give themselves all these titles in order to continue to push an agenda that doesn't even work for them themselves. How? They know that Bokwari is a total disaster. Agreeing or accepting that Bokwari is a complete disaster, and at the same time just hand off and stop the grandstanding of we can do this, we can do that. Which indeed is their worst fear. The fear of what if we no longer have that power for real? Because it's coming to that point now that people are beginning to say, no, this is not right. No. We are not going to keep up with this. People are questioning what usually they told us never, ever, ever to ask questions about, including the fake unity of Nigeria. People are beginning to question what are the criteria, what are the factors that make up that made up that unity that is non-negotiable. People found out that it was complete trash. You see, these guys who now position themselves as their job is to, because they are not productive in any way. If you look at them, majority of them they call their elite. Sometimes they call them aristocrats, unproductive elements who have been living off government patronage for years, all their lives mostly. They will tell you, oh, he was working at Ahmadu Bello Zaria University. He was then transferred to the blah, 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 blah. They prepared them for the role of aristocratic, something that will make you think these ones might be different. And how? Those are the types that will talk to us. You see this guy who you just watched now, Baba Ahmed. His name is called Baba Ahmed, Akim Baba Ahmed. The guy is originally from, I think he's from Mauritania or Mauritius. Some guys will remind me here. You remember the guy? Tell me. I'm going to read it in the comments. Where is he from originally? Among the Fulanis from Mauritania or been Mauritius? Please tell me. The guy came out and he said, they are completely disappointed and let down by Bokwari, Mauritania. That's where he's from. The guy that just spoke now, that just told all of you, especially those of you from southern Nigeria, that just told you now that they can hold the power as long as they want. He is originally from Mauritania. He said it himself. Okay? And he said, those who are killing the people in northern Nigeria, they are indeed from outside Nigeria and from within as well. And they are Fulanis. He also came out to repeatedly go and watch it on social media. You will see his video where he is condemning Bokwari, but they cannot condemn him. They can pretend to condemn him, but the agenda is the same. Nigeria is their inheritance. Okay? No matter how much they destroy and ruin the place, they must all be united behind power, whatever it takes. And they use their population, which is pretty much bogus, lies. If you go and check the satellite images and the rest of that, you realize that the population they always brag about is complete falsehood, lies that can only be used in a false country, in a fraudulent country like Nigeria. They came out, they agreed that it's failed. They agreed. The nepotism of Bokwari, they agreed. But you know what? That doesn't mean that all of you in the South will now come and say it is your turn to be president. Who gave you that right? What make you think you have that kind of, He even said, if anybody think they can threaten us, if anybody think they can intimidate us or cajole us. Let me tell you what I know about the word cajole. Cajole is like to manipulate somebody or blackmail somebody. Manipulate, blackmail, just to make sure that somebody do something that they don't want to willingly do. And it is the card of game of number, according to them. Let me tell you something about how faulty the Nigeria is generally. That is why when people said they should restructure, and some said there's nothing to restructure, right? They said heaven will not fall if another northerner becomes president or succeed Bokwari, because you cannot cajole them to let you be president when they have the control of who will become the president. Now, here is how fraudulent Nigeria is, for your own understanding now, okay? You have a country that some people sat down, and they manufacture figures on virtually everything. You have a country that doesn't have any verifiable birth certificate, death certificate, or the real population of people who live anywhere, where in Nigeria. So they have to manufacture it. Why? Because Nigeria is a Bambi Allah country. Somebody said, Maiyegun, please tell us, what is that Bambi Allah country? Bambi Allah country is pretty much like a beggarly, a country that has beggarly components. And the beggarly components are the states that you found in Nigeria today. Out of the 36 states in Nigeria, only 3 of them can survive on their own if they don't go to Abuja to share money. Now, to share money in Abuja, there are other factors that comes into it, okay? They put into, number one, the number one factor is the numbers of people in your state by their local government areas. Are you following? Then followed by what is your state offering? So that we can say, if you are giving so much money into that cookie jar that everybody will share from, we can give you something, add something to your own share, because it's your money that we are sharing. But fine, we'll add something to yours. That is the beggarly nation that Nigeria is. That's why Nigeria goes about begging and begging for whoever can borrow them money. It's a beggarly nation. And the reason why they put it together is this. You see, all the states in Nigeria, no single one of them is created by referendum. Are you listening? No single state in Nigeria today where everybody will say, I am from Delta State, I am from Oyo State, I am from Ogun State, I am from Kwara State, I am from this, I am from that, I am from River State. We are different from people from Imo State. But there is no single state or single local government area created in Nigeria today that is of any people's input. No people's input, no vote, no referendum, no question and answer, no nothing. It was, they were created by some people who were in some room, and then they created the names, gave the names to everybody, and also created their boundaries by telling you how many people will be in this state, how many people will be in that state, how many local government areas are we going to shift here, how many local government areas are we going to shift there. But guess what? The people who have created all the states you have in Nigeria today, all of them, pata pata, except for the ones created by Gowon, which is the first person. Gowon is the only person that is not Hausa Fulani. You see, the rest of them that created states, they were Hausa Fulanis. And that was where the cheating started. Because before 1966, what we had were regions. Whatever you are making in your region, spend it on your region. Whatever you are making from your people, use it to develop your land. That was the arrangements before independence and after independence, until 6 years after independence. And they started creating states. States they created without you without me, without your forefathers, without your foremothers, without your fathers and your mothers who were here before you. But they gave you those titles. Where are you from? I'm from Kwara State. Oh, Kwara. People of Kwara. Kwara people are always like, oh, where are you from? I am from Ondo State. Oh, Ondo people are very stubborn. So they gave you that identity. Hausa Fulanis. And that was where they put all of you in your places. Back to how were they going to run these fraudulent, disjointed arrangements? They have to rob Peter to pay Paul. Since they control power, of course they could do whatever they wanted to do. And today, those identities they gave to us is even a barrier today. It will be so difficult to tell somebody who is a Biafran, and then somebody who is from Olu, and somebody who is from Akwa Ibom, and tell them that you guys are Biafrans. If you have no problem to be called people from the old Eastern region, why do you have problems being called a Biafran? It is very simple. Hausa Fulani and their power gave you the identity that has become so problematic today that even you and I, we fight. You go here say, Ijebu no fit control Egba. Egba no fit control Oyo avoid, all those needless rivalries. Why those who put you in those situations continue to milk you? This is the arrangement. How? They will have to rob Peter to pay Paul. And to make it easier, where everybody agreed, Kano has bigger population than Ibadan. Jigawa has bigger population than Anambra. Are you following me? Zamfara's population is equal to the population of people from Ekiti. Sokoto people are more than the people from Abia. Therefore, they will have to have more local government areas. Makes sense. How many people then populate those local government areas? You have no idea. They control the numbers. Just same way they manufactured the state. Just same way they created all the identities you have now. Just same way they make you think you are a Nigerian when you have no clue what actually makes you a Nigerian. No idea. Same way they created the local government areas. When a Yoruba man, Tifnumbu, decided to create his own local government areas as an elected governor, somebody who they gave a mandate to, it was another Yoruba man controlling the fraudulent federal government of Nigeria that stood against him. And that fraudulent man, that Yoruba man is Olusegun Obasanjo. A Yoruba man cannot create a state. They don't born you. Who gave you that authority? A Yoruba man cannot create his own local government. Who gave you that authority? But Hausa Fulani man can tell you, we're going to create states. And everybody will queue behind. Because by creating states, it means where they told you they wanted to create more states, 50 more states. Guess what? Out of the new 50 states they want to create for you, they managed to carve out about 17 for you. And they created another 33 for themselves. Currently, they have 19. You have 17. Now, when they add 33 to that, it becomes 52. And your own 17 plus 17. What's in that one go be? 34. Game balance. They created. Now, what I'm trying to tell you here is this. When somebody tells you that you can't do anything without the North. In fact, let me complete the narrative. It will make better sense now. Since they put all of those things in place, you have to work with them. No scientific proof that they have more population in northern Nigeria than southern Nigeria, all over the world. The moment you are leaving this, the moment you are leaving the savannah, the wetland, the rainforest, and all of that in the southern part of a country, and you begin to move up north, you will begin to move into the desert. And because desert, and I mean, what do you call it? Hey, what do they call this thing? Where they say now global warming or something. So desert na desert, no water. And this simply means more people will move to where there is water than stay in the desert and die. But in Nigeria, no, it's a different way because it's a fraudulent country. Okay, do you have more people? They say in Nigerian context, where northern part, the Sahara Desert, is more populated than the savannah, the wetland, the rainforest. So when they created all those balance, now how do you run the country now administratively? You would have to select people to be your speakers, decision makers, lawmakers, opinion molders, executioners, and so many things to run a fair country. How do you want to run a fair country when you don't even have a fair country in the first place? With the explanation I just gave to you now, what is fair about the structure of Nigeria? When you are not those who created the state you are claiming citizen of, you are not the ones who created the local government you are claiming citizen of. Some people created them, and it is for an agenda, the same agenda that is serving the Nigeria of today. Now, you have to select people from those places. You have already been rigged out by number. They've rigged you out already. You have no chance of verifying. Okay? That is why areas that are just 3-4 streets, they will say they have 4 constituencies there, 4 House of Rep members will come from there, and they will be in Abuja. While you that come from Ekiti, you will be representing 3 local government or 4 local government areas with over 300 communities, highly populated, both in the towns and in the villages. You know it. So they are coming from Zamfara to represent 5 million people from Zamfara that doesn't exist. Do you now see where those figures are coming from? Now, those people are now going to also populate the place of authority. Because by all settings, they are more than you. But because you didn't put any say, you didn't have any say. Your fathers, our parents didn't have any say in what is called Nigeria today, right? Therefore, they set the rules and they gave it to us to obey. They say bullets or your life. So when they now populated the place of decision making, what kind of decisions do you think they will be making? But you see, it is coming to that time when those lies are not going to gel on you anymore. Because, listen, if you say you have numbers, a very, very big number that can elect anyone to be president, that's very good for you. That shouldn't be what you will use your number for. That shouldn't be the only thing you will use your number for, should it? I mean, there are some other things that you can use your number for, not just for electing criminals and killers to drag the rest of the country. And you are telling us that we either take it or we leave it. No, we won't take it. We will leave it. Heaven will not fall. Listen to this, oh. Heaven will not fall if another northerner succeed the Bukwari. That's very true. Did you know that? Nothing will happen. But one thing I want you, as a southerner, from that contraption called Nigeria, to begin to tell yourselves now is this. Maiyegun, heaven will not fall if Nigeria break up. Say that out loud. Say it out loud. Say it there. Right there where you are watching this video. Just say it out loud. Heaven will not fall when Nigeria break up. Just same way, heaven will not fall if another Fulani or wherever, because this is not even about who succeed Boko Haram. It is about how can we survive Boko Haram and his jihadist agents that have taken over virtually everything. So it's not about 2023. If you can elect anybody as president because of your number, hello, you can raise trillions of naira from the same number to run the affair of your Nigeristan, the country where 150 million bogus people can always elect people to be their leaders, but they cannot be productive enough to feed themselves, to keep themselves safe, to prosper themselves, to build infrastructures that changes life, to protect their girl children, the girl child, to protect their kids from ravaging, invading, murderous Fulani terrorists. 150 million, that's a number. It is enough to form the biggest black nation on earth. Don't you think so? But it is imaginary. It is fraudulent. It is fake. You can't keep 150 million people in a place, and you can't see the opportunity to turn them into money-making machine that helps you, help themselves, and help their country not to become leeches, not to become scroungers, not to become, parasites that you have made them to become. Of what use, ladies and gentlemen, of what use is their number that can only elect criminals, that can only elect thieves, that can only elect fanatics, that can only elect coupists, that can only elect kidnappers, that can only elect, terrorist apologists? Of what use is that number? And for you, a Southerner, waiting, thinking, they are just joking. No, they are not. The reason why you should know that they are not joking is this. Things are not what they used to be anymore. It is now a class war. You see, about your north, south, and all those nonsense they put in your head. All these things about your religion, about your this and that they put in your head. They are just mere distraction to keep you busy, foolish, stupid enough to ignore them, distract you enough to see through that this is not your war. It is theirs, and it is class war. If you change it for them, let's see the Nigeria they want to come and rule. I mean, that won't be too much to ask, would they? The criminals who did this before they gained power, they are now so scared to lose that power. Therefore, they can talk, grandstand, do all of that, but please tell them, heaven will not fall if Nigeria break up.
This is their record. The exchange rate has moved from 120 to the dollar to 240 to the dollar. That is Jonathan's record. Jobs have been destroyed. Livelihoods have been destroyed. over 1 million people have been displaced because of incompetent and corrupt security mismanagement. Meanwhile, during this period, oil prices have been at their all-time high. Trillions have been budgeted for security, but the only thing you see are mansions in Abuja owned by ministers of defense and generals. We know these houses, we know the owners. This is the record of the Jonathan administration in the last 6 years. That's why they don't want to talk about it. So what do they talk about? They move from church to church preaching religious division. They move from town to town preaching ethnic division. They have no record to run on. They take photographs of private estates and claim that the government built the estates. They take photographs of railway bullet trains from Port Harcourt and claim that it's federal government train system. They lie for a living. Do not believe anything they say. Even when they say good morning, check, it is probably evening. So do not be deceived.
Some of those people inside that all are the people I always, remind you of: the Buhari Deans, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ngoziaris, the Onekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, the Mumu Madus, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers, Facebook bandit of today, social media assmen of today, all the clan of the Buhari idiots that I mentioned, I do talk about all the time. Look at those, their mentor. Look at their mentors. Look at Laya Muhammad. See El Rufaya, the Kaduna Little Finger. Look at all of them. 6 years of Jonathan was under review there. 6 years of Bokwari, that dollar today. This guy came to destroy everything. And they are still grandstanding about how to always be in power. How about you leave the power for them? How about they go use that their 150 million population that they told you about? How about we begin to let them know that indeed, if Nigeria break up, nothing, heaven no go fall. $1 today, 3 days ago, their central bank governor was out here telling us that they declared the owner of Aboki Forex, Aboki FX, wanted because he is using his website for you to know that Nigeria is done for under these criminals. Yeah, the central bank governor, Emefiole, came out and he said a website that is updating the forex, the exchange rates on their website every morning, every day. The central bank said they are the enemy of the country. They are actually the ones who makes a dollar to continue to go up because they continue to quote and predict dollar every. Meanwhile, there are the central bank governor himself knows. Just same way, the guy now. He declared the guy wanted. They declared the owner of that website wanted and stopped them from publishing and updating everyone about the state of Naira and your Naira every day. Something that really helps people to plan their businesses, plan their exchanges, travel, and every other thing they have to do when they need to exchange their money to other. You know what I mean now? So they gaslighted the website and the operators. So they shut down. They stopped publishing the exchange rates. Now, 2 days after that, from 569, 570, just about 2-3 days ago, the dollar today is now 500 and between 575 to 580 naira to $1. A pound sterling is now somewhere around 768, 770 naira to a pound sterling. That's pretty, that's much like, let's see, about 300 or up to 250 to 280% increase in 6 years under these rogues. And they want to hold on to that power. I'm not saying they shouldn't. You shouldn't beg them. You shouldn't negotiate. In fact, when I read the news today that the Lagos State governor signed the anti-open grazing bill into law today, that's another one in the pocket. He's also signed their VAT law as well, which simply means they are going to continue to take their money. Now, the systemic breakup of Nigeria is already ongoing, okay? For those who want to keep power because they were born to ruin, it would be great to let them continue to ruin the northern Nigeria if their people continue to allow them. We know that we have the Middle Belt Forum right now, who are also into conversation of, joining the southern Nigeria, the people from the south, joining everybody to make up the number and break that myth of 19 states in northern Nigeria, break everything up. And when they don't have that number anymore, and when that unity we are talking about, that that coming together of the people from the south and middle belt that we have been talking about, it's pretty much like right now at a very much advanced stage, right? So when that finally comes to fruition, right, it comes to reality, then that nonsense about that we have this number, we have that number, yeah, will no longer be there. Then it will be easier. Just as you are reading about the anti-open grazing law, the resource control law, the VAT law, and the rest of all those things that are popping up from the southern Nigeria now. You get what I mean now? So they are enough to give us to that point. Anyway, there's another part, which is the response of the southern politicians too. So I might say this, that you as Lagos Abobaku, okay, a Tifnumbu hallelujah boy or hallelujah girl, okay, people know that the Nigeria they have been patching and managing all this while is about to explode. And people are already taking, they're already preparing for that. The southern politicians are beginning to say, well, you know what? We are never going to vote for any northerner in 2023. That power must return to the south. That's between them. Say power and power doesn't concern me and you. It's between them. But it's good for us when they send out such signal. We know they can't win them when it comes to power and all of that. But the fact that they can't win them simply means they will have to join us. They will have to join us because they won't get the support they will expect from us anymore. And that's the point we are getting to now. But they have said it. We will not support any candidate from the north. But here is the trick. APC, Egbekegbe, from the grapevine on the side now, politically, among other things they are trying to consider, because they are scared that power cannot leave them. They are scared of what is that person going to do. Is he going to begin to uproot everything that Bukwari has managed to help them plant? Is he going to come back and just divide Nigeria as the South is asking now? Is he just going to come back and just say yes to all this demand that all this break it up campaigners are demanding? Is that, they are scared. They don't trust even those that they call their friends, political friends from southern Nigeria. Okay? So the fact that they don't trust them means that it is between them. And once those ones from the southern Nigeria realize that we can't defeat them, so we just have to either go for any of them or just scatter everything. Now their plot is this: let's find somebody from the south, somebody that is not Yoruba, that is not Igbo, fully enough to come out to start shouting Biafra. And if every of our plans should fail, we may just come back to that as a last resort to keep power in northern Nigeria. How? You have been witnessing the camping now, Abi. It is not coincidence, all right? So they are looking into somebody from the south, and that was where the information about Goodluck Egbere Jolantan came from. And this is the plot. And you know me, I can't hear this and not share it with you. It's about what do you think, right? We know they don't want to leave the power. And it is for the obvious reason, because of what they have done. Okay? Now, the plot, according to what I have been told, is that if every other plan fails, people would pretend to decamp to APC, Egbekegbe, right? And they're just going to ensure they nominate this guy, Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, or anybody of that kind of, from that extraction. And the reason for why Goodluck Jonathan's name keeps popping up is that he's denied it, by the way. He said, no, it's just rumor. Well, he never said, if he should go to APC, that will be after Jesus Christ come, like Femi Foni Kayode. So he didn't say that, but he denied it, okay? You know, he served 4 years, right? So if they bring him back under APC, they don't really need the vote from the south. They don't need your votes. They will write the results. But if they bring him back, he can then complete 4 years. He won't have any right to contest again. Whatever plan he said, he may think he won't be able to do it. Then we will put somebody that will succeed him, so that power will return back to the north for another 8 years. It is a gamble. Some say that they are ready to pretend to give the power to somebody or support somebody from Yoruba land, not Igbo. Let me be honest with you. What I've been told is that they don't even have the, you know, all the Igbos in all the Biafrans in Bukwari's government. They are just using them to fill in the space, in order not to make it look like, you know what I mean? Like it's completely Fulani government. That's deliberate. But they would never share power with them. Nothing. Nada. They have no clue. Whatever is going on in that government, they have no idea. They are just there. But maybe we should give it to somebody from Yoruba land. Now, if we give it to a Yoruba man in APC, we'll give the ticket to a Yoruba man in APC. Atifku will become the candidate of PDP. Okay? And there are already people from the southern Nigeria who are already saying the only way to defeat APC, Egbekegbe, in 2023 is to allow a northerner to run against any candidate in APC so that they can harvest the votes of the same people who voted for Bukwari and rejected Atifku. Because Atifku at that point is a very, very qualified candidate for them to replace Bukwari. In fact, it doesn't matter any party Atifku go to, they are ready to go back to him because that keeps power in northern Nigeria. And that is where the role of democracy comes in. Are you following me now? This is not conspiracy. So they were saying that number one, Tifnumbu, forget Tifnumbu. Okay, is not in the picture anymore. Forget it. But part of what they are saying now is that they will give him the privilege to bless whoever they eventually pick in APC in order to make the power seems to be coming to the south. At that point, like magic, like grace, like cause, you see all of this APC, Egbe, majority of them, they will say because they love Turakin, they love Atifku, they will begin to join PDP. And remember, many of them are PDP members anyway. Now you did see them as PDP APC. Now you did see them as Alaji and Dickin, Alaja and Dickness, Yoruba, Igbo and Hausa, Fulani and the BBO, Ijo and Efik and all of that. They don't see themselves as that. They see themselves as comrades. The rich versus the poor. The powerful versus the powerless. It is as simple as that. Nothing personal. Just business. Do you understand that? And like magic, right before your eyes, all of them go begin to say, I'm gonna forget it. Now Atiku go win. Now Atiku go win. Some of you will even be saying, because I hated APC, I've never voted. I didn't want to vote safe. I would rather vote for PDP so that this APC can get away. Atiku will begin to talk about Biafra. Atiku will begin to talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Atiku will begin to talk about Sunday Igboho. Like magic, everybody will begin to say, okay, all right. I am telling you now. Because some of you will begin to say, Maiyegun, are you trying to say that we should go up? I know, not be everybody get comprehension. It's different. There's difference between saying something. And it's kind of different too for others to comprehend it. I deal with a lot of people on this platform that way. But I try my best to make my analysis and my presentations as simple and descriptive as I could in order to make it easier for you to be, just make it communicative in a way. I'm painting a scenario that is going to happen right before your eyes. And then you will begin to think, I have seen this before or I have heard it before. This is one of the reasons why Maiyegun and Maiyegun's Diary Political will continue to be different. I can paint a scenario of something from what is happening now and take you through the journey, get you so glued to it to the point that you might actually think, when they begin to happen, you might actually think, is this real? I have seen this before or I have heard it before. Temple of Truth. This is the scenario that when the current one they are trying, if that one doesn't really work well, they have told you that democracy is a game of number. They have rigged that number from the word go. They have rigged the system against you. You did not vote to certify those things, those figures. When they do census, they manufacture figures. When they conduct elections, they manufacture figures. When they create polling units, they manufacture figures. They give you with figures that are unverifiable. And when you try to verify it, and I mean, when you do that through the right channel, in quotes, right channel. The right channel is to let the police investigate. The police is actually a criminal enterprise, a blacklisted organization. I don't know how many police in the world that are blacklisted by other countries in the world, like Nigerian police. If you're a police officer in Nigeria, please watch my video. Don't apply for visa in Canada. Don't try to send any of your family or anybody to Canada. They will never let you. Even if you are a good police officer, your reputation has been destroyed. You have destroyed your reputation beyond anything. And you are not even doing anything to make it better. Same with the Nigerian military, soldiers, right? Don't go there and apply for visa. They won't give you. They won't. And don't let any travel agent deceive you, except if you are going to lie that you are a police officer. And if they find out, which they are likely going to find out through your application, don't apply for visa to Canada. And many, many other countries are also going to join in banning many of those of you who are agent of darkness, agent of death, working for the Nigerian government from the time immemorial. I just thought I should tell you that. So they said, go through the right channel. If you feel like you have been cheated, go through the right channel. What is the right channel? Report it to the police. If police doesn't do their job, hire a private investigator, forensic experts to investigate the fraud. Then go through the courts so that you can present your case in courts. Those are supposed to be the right channel, but they control the right channel. If the purpose is to deal with you, the right channel that should deal with the problem will deal with you. So you see what I'm talking about? You have been already rigged out to break that and jump that. It's not going to take any miracle. No miracle will make that happen. Just tell yourselves the truth. We can't win. Maiyegun, forget it. With this, your analysis, with this explanation, with these numbers, if they say democracy, it's a game of number, true. The highest winner, the person with the highest vote, who should be declared winner. But that is not how democracy works, especially in a rigged system. In America, where we copied the federal system of government from America. America has 50 states. The 50 states are independent states. Component states that work with Washington, where they have their central government, the federal government of the United States of America, right? Now, the people in Maine and people in California, the people in Oklahoma, or people there in Minnesota, they know the numbers of people living in their different states because they have an established system that registers everyone, except even if you are just transiting through their states. And you will therefore make any transaction or make any purchase or what have you, there is always a data to keep that reliable data, okay? Therefore, you can say, okay, the people of Maine can elect their own governor, elect their own Senate, elect their own small chamber, and every other thing, the way they want to rule themselves. Make their own laws, execute their own laws as long as it keeps them safe and, better. But when it comes to electing the overall president of the country, you cannot use the size of California to rob the people of Maine. You cannot use the size of Texas to rob the people of Florida. You know what I'm talking about? So what the Americans did was, their founding fathers, you know what they did? Because there was always record to work with. The people living in California, they are like times 10. I'm just saying this, I'm not sure, right? But I know they are bigger, right? Like they are like times 10 or times 15 of the population of people living in Maine. Just like the number of people living in Ibadan or living in Oyo State. They are far exceeded the numbers of people living in Zamfara. But how do you make the people in Zamfara? Or let me say this again. The numbers of people living in Kano cannot be compared in Nigerian context now, cannot be compared to the numbers of people living in Ekiti. Right? But how do you make the people that are going to vote in Ekiti? How do you make their vote count when you know that they don't have the number as the size of Kano? How can you make sure that the numbers of those they are going to say are eligible to vote in Kano will not swallow those who are also going to vote in Ekiti? How do you make sure that those who are voting in Kano who want Sharia are not those ones who are going to dominate the house where somebody in Ekiti who just wanted to be safe on a farm and he wanted the government to protect her on a farm? Since the Sharia will overthrow any other interest from those places, according to the Nigerian system, that is their democracy. They call it game of number. What did America do? America created what is called electoral college. Electoral college means everybody goes to vote. Yeah, go. 2 million people, 4 million people, 5 million people can vote in California, while only 300,000 people vote in Maine, or Idaho, or Alaska. Those are small states in America, right? It doesn't matter whether you have 1 million people voted in Texas and only just about 400,000 people voted in Minnesota. It doesn't matter. What they did is this. I don't know how they did it. And I would probably wish I knew. But you know what they did? They created Electoral College. Electoral College means if all the people in Ekiti State says we are voting for Omoyele Sowore for president, and the total vote that goes to Omoyele Sowore there is just 100,000 votes. Remember, they have 300,000 registered voters. Now, let's say Omoyele Sowore score 100,000 votes. Bokwari score 80,000 votes in Ekiti. And Atifku score 70,000 votes. That is 250,000 votes out of 300,000. Let's say the 250,000 people who voted. Now, 250,000 votes, Sowore will be declared winner of Ekiti State and all the Electoral College votes from Ekiti State. So they may say Ekiti State has 7 Electoral College votes. While in Kano, Sowore may score just, to start with, let's say they say 1 million people registered to vote in Kano. 500,000 voted for Bokwari. 400,000 voted for Atifku. And only 20,000 voted for Sowore. And they say Kano Electoral College votes is 20 because of their whatever the voting unit and the counties and all of that. They say it's 20. Despite the fact that Bokwari scored 500,000 votes, they will record it for him. They will add it for all among all of his votes all over the country as well. But you see, they will give him the entire 20 Electoral College votes. So when you begin to check the states one by one, Kogi, River State, Cross River, everywhere, Sowore may go everywhere and score. Sowore may go. I'm just using Sowore now because of where Sowore comes from the south, where Atifku and Bokwari come from the north, right? Now, Sowore, let's say Sowore managed to pull a stunt and he won. Let's say he wins in Benue, he wins in Plateau, he wins in Adamawa, he wins in Taraba, he wins in Jigawa. It doesn't have to win with millions. But let's say they now put all those places together and they say, Sowore won in 12 states. Bokwari won in 15 states. Atifku won in 12 states. Let's say 10 states. Or no, 9 states rather. And that will make it 36 states, Abi. Then they come back, they may say, Sowore scored 200. No, 200 is too much. Let's say Sowore scored, among all those states, Sowore scored 180 Electoral College votes. Even though he didn't have as many votes as Atifku and Bokwari, but his state that he won and the Electoral College vote there, people who wanted him, but other votes cannot swallow them up. They wanted him and their voice must be heard. And when you put all this together, let's say he has 180. Bokwari has 177. Atifku has maybe 99. They will declare Sowore the winner. Even if Atifku scored 10 million votes. Bokwari scored 20 million votes. And Sowore only scored 11 million, or let me say 8 million votes. I decided to use this simply because if we put it into real practice, there is no way the northern Nigeria and the population, there is no way they are more than the southern Nigeria. When you and I even know that majority of their people are all everywhere in southern Nigeria. You know what I'm talking about. Same way so many of you too are in northern Nigeria. But when you check the ratio, especially also in southern, in Yoruba land, we have a larger number of them. So if the Nigerian context was really genuine, you and I will not be guessing numbers. But you know what you have in Nigeria is this. They know that even if all of you in Ekiti vote for Tifnumbu, all of you in Ogun State vote for Tifnumbu, every one of you, no single other vote for anybody, all of you in Lagos State vote for Tifnumbu. If you now put all of your registered voters in southern Nigeria together and they all voted for Tifnumbu, both Igbo, Niger, everybody vote for Tifnumbu. You know what? They know just about 4 or 5 states that their votes will cancel all of your votes. They are so confident. All they need to do is that they will see the numbers coming from you. They'll say, Hey, look at these people. Look at it. You know what? Add 3 zeros to that number. Sir, yes. This one is 130. Add 3 zeros. Turn it to 130,000. Okay, sir. And that is when their Kardashians will start landing. When some of you are already feeling good. Yes, the South will not take it. We will take power. We will vote for the story. Any arrangement like that is a fraud. You cannot win. The only thing that you can do to win is to say, I don't want your power anymore. Keep it. We want to keep our own resources too. And ladies and gentlemen, brethren in the temple of truth, what will happen to northern Nigeria within the first 10 years when Nigeria break up can better be imagined. That is why they are so desperate. Upon everything they are taking, they still failed to develop their people, prepare them for a time like this. If you go on social media, you will see one Abdullahi Yusufanu telling you, Adeola Adegoroye, or you, Adaobi, the first daughter of Biafra, somebody from the Sahel, somewhere from Zamfara, where human beings are being traded like commodity by terrorists. It will be telling you on social media that whatever you like, you can say. We will rule you forever. We will control Nigeria forever. Really? Why are you so scared then? Bring it on. They said they wanted water resources bill, a fake name called, fake agenda put together to take over your waterways. And when we scrutinized the water bill, what did we find? Another fraud of land grabbing. Just same thing we found in Ruga. Yes, they have collaborators in southern Nigeria drafting all of these ideas for them. It is not because they are that smart. They are not. But remember, it is bullets. It's this, it is about bullet or your life. Water resources bill. Do you remember what that was all about anyway? It was for the federal government of Nigeria, led by the Fulani invaders. They want to take over all the waterways in Nigeria. Not just that. Then 10 kilometers from every waterways, the land, 10 kilometers, will belong to the federal government. The Fulani government of Nigeria. Water resources bill. Remember, they have rigged the number. They are in control of the National Assembly. Whatever they want to slide will slide. Whatever they want to pass will pass. Whatever they don't want will never. Then they started their water resources bill to take over your land and your water. You know what that means? Now, at that time, you will know that maybe all of us are actually dot in a circle. They are not just the Biafrans are the dot in a circle, according to Bokwari, because your water that surrounded you, they will not 10 kilometers. When I say 10 kilometers, how many kilometers is from Ijebu to Udogbolu? The total kilometers cannot be more than 5 or 6 kilometers. I'm not sure. I don't think it should be more, but maybe 10 kilometers. That's like you, if you are from Odogbolu, watching me, you know, or if you are from Ijebu, if you are from Ijebu, that's a journey that comes to, that's a distance that comes to my head. Tell me. So it means that all the water that we have in Talking, you know our water in Talking, all the water that surround Lagos, that flood there, and all these ones in Ogun State, all your water in Ondo, you see, there's something that some of you should know, that we as Yoruba people, we are just too blessed. But we are just so, again, unfortunate with us lickers who knows not their onions. They prefer to fight for themselves. We are too blessed. Ondo State has so much water, right, that people will actually put timbers from Ondo Forest. They will tie timbers together. They will tie them together, log, and they, you know, and they will make a bit of, what do you call this thing? Is it called a racket or something? They will make it, you know, hundreds and hundreds of logs. They will tie them together. And from Ondo, they won't put them on anything. No, it will just be on the water. And people will be on that. And they will be paddling it like, you know, they will be paddling like, raft. God bless you. It's called raft. They will make it like a raft on your water. Hundreds. It will be like Kenoke, bigger than Keno. And they will move them down to Lagos, where they're going to sell them for money. That's how blessed we are. All the water will be taken over by them. Now, all the communities, towns that are going to cut across those 10 kilometers away from the water, they are going to wipe them off. Our people living next to their different water bank and all of that, they will wipe them off because they will become government land. Same way Bokwari is now looking for grazing route for Ruga. It is what the water resources bill was all about. But people are not on the street fighting it because they have no idea what it's all about. Your communities will be gone. Your towns will be gone. Your ancestors, your everything will be gone. And they will do it in the name of a law that you don't even have any, you have no idea about. Those who claim to represent you from those areas where you have all those water, your honorables, your senators, your this and that, they are busy in Abuja collecting which money for them for this month. Naira don't, I mean, the dollar don't high. Everybody won't collect their alawi, collect their different alawi and everything. Go cool off somewhere in Abuja in one hotel, and they will be telling you, we are doing our best. We are doing our best for this with this government. This government is blah, 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 blah. That's what they have done to you. Let me take a quick break. To my friends watching me on YouTube, we have over 2,000 of us now, but we only have just about 600 of us who could just say, Maiyegun, well done. So you can do it, all right? Give that thumb up under that video. Share it if you are just joining, and subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary Politico as well. Let's take that beyond that 600. We can do better than that. Just for a moment. I will be back to you.
If you want to build a commercial house and you go and borrow money and you have 50% of your own money and you borrow 50%, and in 5 years you will pay the 50% that you borrow, that is the right thing to do. But if you have to go and borrow money for you to be able to feed you and your family, that's a stupid thing to do. So if we are borrowing for recurrent expenditure, it is height of folly. If you are borrowing for development that can pay itself, of course, that is understandable. Then the paying itself, how long will it take to pay itself? But if you are borrowing and you are accumulating debt for the next generation and the next generation after them, it is criminal. To put it like
Very, very criminal. I beg, you know what? Mo will leave the messenger and let us treat that message. It is indeed criminal. You can't be a girl. Listen, you can't be somebody to have claiming that you are elected. The longest you can be in any position, at least in your Nigeria, is 8 years, right? Why would anybody go then and borrow money that they won't pay back? They will have to pay back in 25 years, in 40 years. And another person will come in and he will also borrow more. The money they will pay back in 30 years, 40 years. How can you say those people have your love in, in their hearts? What have they been feeding you? What have you been telling yourselves? What kind of things have you been kind of repeating in your head that makes you think these guys ever cares about you or anyone? Even though some of you said they don't, you know they don't, but you still find it difficult to say no to validating them. Your CBN governor, somebody will come. Somebody will be say, the CBN governor of Nigeria, Central Bank governor of Nigeria, in his efforts to stop the rising Naira, crashing Naira. When Naira started crashing, he said one of the solutions was to stop those who are doing bureau de change under the trees in Abuja. And he spoke to the administrators of Abuja, and they agreed to cut down all the trees in Abuja, in some of the areas where they had those bureau de change. Guess what? They started cutting down trees because bureau de change, people who are changing money, Naira to dollar, they are using the tree as a shed. Shade tree no be for ecosystem again. Then they now took Bokuwari to France to go and discuss global conversation on global warming. Something global warming. They uprooted trees to fight the Naira, to fight dollars that is crashing. It is in that same your own country, under this lifeless Bokuwari, that they said dollar is just overrated. You're just overrating dollar. What is all this nonsense about dollar? We do most of our businesses with China now anyway. Now China we work with now. Now China is the world's biggest economy. To the Buhari idiots. Emefiole, with all the aninis in their CBN office, they ran to the World Bank and they withdrew $10 billion from your foreign reserve. Since then, they have been cooking figures. How many of you remember the Naira Yuan deal? Do you still remember that? It was an effort, according to Emefiole and his economic team. I don't know if many of you still remember that fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Oshumbade is also the one in charge of economy. Do you remember that? There's an economic team advising Bokuwari, and the tag of that their economic policy is called Buharinomics. It is an economy whereby cows that hence nothing are more valuable than humans that should live, that can pay tax, productive. Cows are more valuable. That's Buharinomics. They took $10 billion to China. China collected the 10 billion. They said they wanted to convert it to yuan so that whenever they have to borrow money from China, China will be using that 10 billion as collateral. Last, eh? Oh, my show, God damn it, man. Emefiole. That is why the same Emefiole came out and he said, Aboki Forex, for going online to go and tell people, to go and tell people that this is the exchange rate today, is an enemy, is the one that is making the dollar to continue to run. And since Naira don't tire, Naira cannot catch up with it. If they don't stop Aboki Forex, at the end of the day, dollar may run away. When we said Naira if no fit catch them again, where everybody will just be like, you know what? How much is it to change 1 Naira to $1? I mean, how much is it to change $1 to 1 Naira? Or how much to, you know what I mean? They say, Baba, 6,500 Naira to $1. Say, 6,500. Say, yeah, they are contemplating of maybe they should cut to 0 so that we will no longer have, you know, what I'm talking about, Zimbabwe, Somalia. They will just be like, they will just be winking at you like, they are already winking at you, Nigerians. Your currency is terrible under Emefiole. Now, all those ones that some of you are reading about in the past, Somalia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and some of these other ones you are hearing about, they are now doing like this to Nigeria. Nigeria to your Naira. I'm not joking. Let me show you something. They are talking about the best currencies in what do you call it? They're talking about best currencies in Africa, right? And your Naira came up or didn't come up at all. Okay, so look at this. If you check other currencies in Africa, all right, which is the symbol of the strength of their economy and every other thing they use to back the economy. Emefiole knows that if there is no electricity in any country, forget it. You cannot build a modern economy, a working economy in 21st century on generators. Okay, so a situation whereby even the electricity company headquarters in Nigeria, they are using Meccano generator. Also Rock in Abuja, where the president lives, they are using Meccano generator. When they are writing their budget, they write budget for petrol supply. They have somebody whose only job in his life and is going to retire. His job is to continue to fill in the generator tank for the government house in Abuja. They don't have light. Now, how do you build a country with that? Of course you can't. You can only dream of it and you can't pray for it to build itself, right? Now, look at all these currencies now, all over Africa. This is how they change, or you exchange them with dollars. They are not always the best and what have you when it comes to this, but compare your own in Nigeria, right? Libya that has no real central government since the end of Gaddafi, right? Even their dinar, okay, is now 1 dinar to 1.41 dinar to $1. All right, Libya, Tunisia dinar, you see it. Ghanaian cedi, you see that. There's something about Nigerians whenever they want to remember their old glory that they love to brag about. They say, Baba, forget that Ghana. They cut 2-0. You are also going to cut 2-0 soon. And that too will not help you. Trust me. With the criminals you have in that place, it will still not help you. Very soon they will going to tell you, we are going to remove 1-0. We are going to remove 2-0. Your Naira will become so much of an embarrassment that you see that I am a proud Nigerian, you will not be proud of anything. You will not be proud to say it anymore. Somebody said, Maiyegun, look at all these guys. They write it here. Some are abroad. They will say they are patriotic Nigerians from abroad. So those ones that are in Nigeria are the ridiculous ones. When they brag and beat their chest on social media, they are proud Nigerians. They are proud Nigerians. What makes you proud? You have to provide your own education. You have to provide your own health care. You have to provide your own, your own electricity. You have to provide your own security. You have to provide your own housing. You have to provide virtually everything. Some of you are already doing something that you are already providing transformer, community transformer, donating money. And then you will still go back inside to on your generator that you are going to fuel with your 200 naira per liter fuel. You can't say anything. You turn that on, pump your water, and then when you are sitting down there watching your TV or watching Maiyegun right now, you are telling others that you are a proud Nigerian. You are not a proud Nigerian. You are just a proud idiot. Do you understand? See, no apology. I have no apology for that. Okay? You are just a proud idiot. Think about it. No apology. Right? The criminals continue to do what they would do. Look at all these names and their money. Right? You don't want to know how much they will exchange your naira for. Okay? You don't know how much you will exchange your naira for. That's how ridiculous it has become. And it's going to be worse. It's not a cause. The reason why it's going to be worse is this. When you have a country where you have lazy parasites who only love power, not the responsibility that comes with power. Okay? They can't generate enough fund that can really sustain them, grow their economy, build, you know what I mean now? Sorry, do you have anybody interrupting or making a little bit of distraction? If you do have any, kindly, who is Adamu? Adamu Ibrahim. Adamu. Don't get my friends offended. Don't get them upset, okay? If you want to defend Bokwari or defend anything at all, be a little bit cautious, I would say. I mean, show some level of respect, okay? So Adamu, I know they give people 1 year. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find your name. Adamu, you can make it easier for me. Please, Adamu, just say hi so that I can see you. Okay? Don't ever come onto Maiyegun's Diary Political to make my friends uncomfortable. Defending Bokwari makes my friends uncomfortable. And when you want to defend my Bokwari, do not ever attack any of my friends. Yeah, no. You may disagree, but do not in any way. And if you won't pass your boundary, then you can abuse me. People talk to me anyhow anyway, right? But do not make my friends uncomfortable on Maiyegun's Diary Political. You will become totally unwanted. So Adamu, make my job easier. Please, just say hi. Okay? I haven't seen Adamu. I don't know why if Adamu is watching. Adamu Ibrahim. Anyway, when you see Adamu again, if Adamu here, Adamu, good one, you got my attention, okay? You got your name mentioned in this broadcast. Good enough. I'm only saying that you are welcome to sit with us. You are welcome to listen. You are welcome to contribute. You are welcome to say what you want to say, but do not in any way make my friends uncomfortable. So, right now, I was showing you something earlier. Okay, when you see Adamu, if I see you, Adamu, make my job easier, please. Just say hi. Now, you have a place where people love power. Okay, they love power. They love the control, something that makes them be in charge. Okay, right? But they don't have the mental capacity to build a country, to build the people, to put people to productive use so that they can be useful to themselves and they can be useful to their country. Adamumu, I am still expecting you to say hi, okay? Because I believe Adamumu comes from one of these places. Adamu, the place where your Sharia is more supreme than the constitution of your country, Nigeria, but you have no money to implement your Sharia in a way that the infidel like me, imagine somebody calling me infidel like me, right? Who enjoys, you know what I mean? I enjoy, they chop life for now. We say, like Saturday, girl, small. So I know they do and but you won't come into my house and you won't meet the Jack Daniels, which is going to be like that 1 liter big one. Okay. I'm somebody like that. And I have friends who are like that. When we meet ourselves, we break bottles, we pop bottles and all of that. People like us want to live our lives peacefully, and we want to be responsible to those, to government, to our own, our own places. And in doing so, somebody like you is pretty much from Sharia, pretty much from the Buhari Diot clan, where Buhari, the Bokwari, the lifeless Megad, is the most intelligent person from the, Bokwari is actually more intelligent than his supporter. Do you know that? If you don't believe that, I'll show you something anyway. Now look at this. You see those ones where they up. Now Lagos, you see that blue line. That blue line is the amount of money generated from VAT from every state. Okay. So you see that orange. Orange is how much everybody gets. Now you can see the poll. If you see the first one, Zamfara that generated 500 million, collected 35 billion. You know that? So somebody from Zamfara can now come and tell me that I should shut up. If it be saying an insult. Imagine, she don't want to be insult. I am from Ogun State. We know they make money. Ogun State made 12 billion, collected 22 billion. Right? So we know too bad like Zamfara. So if somebody want to talk, though, if people from let me see where they get too much money again. Where again that gets about 11, 12 billion. So if people where they get like 15 billion, they talk. Me from Ogun State, I would just say, bros. Like Sabinos, I would just be like, bros. Good afternoon. Our family. But for somebody from Zamfara to come and tell me that we will rule you, we will continue to rule you forever. No be juju be that. That's what is causing problem. That's the problem. You cannot be robbing me, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and then tell Peter, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Peter? One day you go. Thank you. Adamu, I don't know what you did to my friends, okay? This is your last comment. They didn't offend me. But my friends said they don't want you. That's why you have to be a little bit respect people on Maiyegun's diary political. Adamu, I said say I. Adamu no say I. Adamu just came back with preaching. But Adamu will no longer disturb you guys. But Adamu, I know you can still watch, okay? You can still watch the broadcast, but you will now have to be a spectator. All right? So that my friends, no apology, okay? Just so you know. Okay, don't ever come on Maiyegun's diary political to in any way engage my friends in anything that will distract them, that will make them to be typing more instead of to listen more. You agitate my friends, I kick you out. Very simple. Don't be say I don't like you. I like you. You can watch, but they don't want you to be in the room, especially in the chat room. I think that's what we did. We removed Adamu from the chat room. It won't disturb you anymore. So, I am offended. I am offended. I feel offended. When I found out that there are lots that could have been done if we are not part of an arrangement that turned us into Bambi Allah. That doesn't turn us into the hands of artsmen that are now making monetary policies, making different laws that you and I will be like, waiting be this one again. Hey, God, which one is this again? What does that even mean? About a new one, now hate speech law. This one, So which one is social media law? Which one is hate speech law again? How do you describe hate speech? Say, Baba, if you say Bokwari once, now 10 years, Me, I don't know how many times I've said Bokwari, Bokwari, Bokwari. If they grab me, all of you should just forget me. Yes, that's how ridiculous it has become. And that is the problem. When you have people who have manipulated the system for too long, that they have told themselves lies for too long, that they are beginning to believe in their own lies. And when you tell them that, oh, that's not true, they become enraged and angry. Only one thing can resolve all of this. If the northern Nigeria says heaven will not fall, well, if a northern Fulani succeed Bokwari, they have their game planned already. Or it can't be like, say, our family members, our brothers and sisters from Lagos, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the obedient fools, the humbled slave, the hallelujah boys, the all right boys, the all risers, the Agberos that are gearing towards 2023. They didn't get the memo, my dear brothers and sisters. They didn't get it because in Lagos, they are still standing on your mandate, on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, we shall stand, Lies upon lies. That's what they are doing. On your mandate, we shall stand. Yes, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. We shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. They didn't get the memo. Or they ignored the memo. But like I said, now yeah, good day. But I owe you one thing. When all of this come to pass, when all of you are back from your la la land, I owe you one thing. It's very important because it's not because it breaks my heart, but it's just going to be like for sympathy's sake, just in solidarity. So that when you're coming back, you can know that I feel for you and I cry for you. I am already doing it now, but you know. Do you get that? I am offering you a lifeline now. I am offering you a lifeline from an outbreak that will be so monumental. You will ask questions and you will not get any answer. All your questions will become rhetoric because you will. Oh, the only thing that will be ringing bells in your head then will be, I remember watching Maiyegun, and this guy kept saying they are going to deal with Thifnumbu so terribly bad that I thought he was talking nonsense. I am offering you that liberty. Make I help you hold your small heart together. Save it. Divert that your energy to something that will actually favor you. Something that will actually be in your interest. Something that you can identify with. Something that is worth you even dying for. I'm saying this because gold and silver, I have none to offer you. But that liberty thought, the comradeship, the brotherhood, Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba nation, your heritage, your identity, who you are, I am offering you that liberty. Channel your energy towards that. Try it. Join others. Spread the message. Tell them, Yorubas can be better. You can be better. Your children can be better. We can stop the mystery. We can cut the hemorrhaging. We can stop what our own parents, couldn't stop because of those who intimidated our parents, those who manipulated our parents, those who would wink and force those that could have challenged them before us. Those who did all those, they are still alive. They are doing the same thing to me, to you. And you have been validating them without knowing. If you channel your energy to something that will work for you, talk to your brothers and sisters. 2023 is a mirage. Participating in it is validating what those guys have already rigged. Campaign from now till tomorrow. It is like a clockwise. They will all queue and form the same straight line when the call comes calling. Where do you think the likes of Tifnumbu, Aregbemubu, Isaleko, Barack Obama, Fashola, Ikena Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, even those of you who are also, well, kind of don't like me when I say Buhari Shukus and Ngozi Yaris. But you remember that you also have your own Okija Shatabandu, Chris Ngige. You have many of them as there. You have Okoro Ausa. You have Opus Odinjo. You have many of them there. You have Devulumayi. These are the agents that, you know what I'm talking about? They are, if you ask yourselves, where do you think they will be by the time the chips are down? By the time that they realize or completely come out to tell you and me, they can't stop the north. But they need you to validate the fraudulent arrangements in 2023 and wait again for another time. You may not be lucky that long. You have been so lucky so far. You don't know. Some of you living outside Nigeria, you went home. You did all the faji, even though you were so careful. Now you're back to your base. Like nothing happened. Others went. They didn't come back. That you are lucky this time doesn't mean you're going to be lucky next time. How your luck is going to be, if it's going to run out or not, is completely on you. I am offering you that liberty. Choose your battle. These guys have chosen theirs. And like I've told you, it is a class war. You and I are not fitted into their class. And our class is considered as ordinary. They call you and me ordinary Nigerians. What does that tell you? It tells you your place. It tells me my place. And I can then choose never to be described by those who have no idea of who I am. I shall never be described by those who have no idea of who I am. Same thing to you. When you begin to know to say, I am a Yoruba man, and the interest of my brother is of a paramount to me. When you begin to mean that, and you begin to build that comradeship, listen, we're going to need ourselves. We are going to need ourselves. These guys are going to disappoint you. But I am offering you this. If they say, as they are saying, which I believe they mean it, if they continue, and if they say, heaven will not fall if another Fulani succeed Bokwari in 2023, my brothers and sisters, say it with all your chest, with confidence, with boldness, with happiness, with all clarity, courage, and say it out loud. Nothing, heaven will not fall if Nigeria break up. And I want you to mean it. Davido, thank you so much, Baba, for coming on tonight. It's been a while. Thank you very much for your super sticker as well. You've always been a regular. And thank you. Thank you to every one of you as well who tuned in tonight. I'm going to draw the curtains here. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. For this message I delivered tonight, if you are just joining me, don't worry. Just rewind the video. Watch it again, and again. Share it with your friends. Tell them about what you've just watched. Who knows? We might be winning another soul after yours. Thank you so much, every one of you. Prayer docent, thank you. To my friends on YouTube, again, listen, with over 2,000 of us, we shouldn't be finding it difficult to have more than 1,000 of us who could actually click on like there under that video. To the 2 friends who click down, who thumb down, I want to say thank you to you. It is called engagement. Whatever makes you do that, there will be more of that, okay? On Maiyegun's Diary Political. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time of watching Maiyegun, please subscribe. I'm saying it now because people say Maiyegun's Diary Political is addictive. And I told them, if you are addicted to watching Maiyegun, I'm actually addicted coming here to talk to you. So we are all addicts of truth. We are now addicted to truth. And there's no other thing that truth does to you. It sets you free. Don't you want to be free? Like I told you yesterday, it all starts from here. Thank you very much. And so should all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré